Podketeers.
Elmo's World. La 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 la. All right. We're officially rolling here.
Hi, Rocco.
Not Rocco. Oh, it's Rocco, isn't it?
He's always so sad about it. So I just want to throw something out there for everybody listening and everybody watching. We're making some changes to our technology as far as how we record things and stuff. And if all works well, you're not going to see a change. Everything should smoothly release, and you'll still get the episode, both audio and video versions. But on our end, there's going to be some changes to how we do some stuff. So if there's any hiccups throughout the way, and we experience some like glitches with the video or audio, just know that we're working on them. But if you hear anything that I don't catch during the editing process, please let me know. Send me a message over on Discord, or you can DM me over on Threads or Instagram or something like that. But I just want to put it out there because we're still learning this new process, and I think we got it all figured out now. The coolest thing about this new process is that we're going to be able to do some game streaming stuff now. For instance, I think I should be able to flip it in right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. We should be able to have some game streaming stuff, which we haven't been able to do before. We had some just technological challenges that didn't allow us to do that. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's one of the tournaments.
Don't play it right now.
I know, but look, it says it ends in
It
5
looks cool.
days.
That's not my problem.
It ends in 5 days,
The
and look how much I
listeners
still haven't
and
completed.
the viewers and the whatevers don't want to watch you play.
Don't they
race
though?
as
Don't they though?
whatever Vanellope.
Don't they though?
We got Jack Skellington,
Sugar
Barbosa.
Sugar Rush.
This makes
They
for
got-
great podcast
Do they-
material.
Who's the weirdest character you think they have on there? Like the most obscure character they have on there?
In Speedstorm?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They got like a weird one. Like King Triton's kind of weird.
Him in a car.
Man, I don't know. That's hard to say because I think, with the exception of the Fab Five, they all feel weird. Like Ariel driving a car feels really weird. Triton as well.
I'm looking at the
Hades is in
full
there.
list. Let's see what I think is the weirdest one.
Like
In a
Vanellope
car.
fits, right? Because she's
Yeah.
a racer in Sugar Rush, so she's the one that makes the most sense. And then again, the Fab Five. Well, it's not even the five because Pluto's not in it, but it is, or Sensational Six would include Pluto, so it is the five. Because Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy are all drivers.
Oh,
And
okay.
there was Mickey and the Roadster Racers, so there's technically something there to have them as racers. I don't know. I can't.
I think the weirdest
Cruella?
is Gantu, the most obscure.
I mean, but he's got a like a spaceship. So
I know, but like just kind
But
of like
just
obscure,
add
that would
wheels
be
on the
it.
spaceship.
I agree. I'm not saying like he can't. Mowgli is also
I
kind
see
of
what you're
weird.
saying. I misunderstood your question.
Like
Mowgli
who's
rides
the
a
most
car.
obscure? Yeah, Mowgli has a car.
Yeah, Mowgli and Baloo have a car.
There we
Make
go.
it make sense, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, Baloo was a pilot in the blobby blah. See, there you go. I can do it.
That's
too.
true.
That's
Okay.
true.
But
Anyway.
Mowgli, though.
Oh, wee, oh, tailspin. Oh, wee, oh, tailspin.
Copyright
So-
strike. Bomb.
Right.
Boom, we're done. But yeah, the game stuff is something that I'm pretty excited about because we've been wanting to play games and we've been wanting to find a way to stream either Dreamlight Valley or some of the other stuff that we've been playing. So the thing that I have been testing is doing the Valley visits over the last week since we started this new process, and it seems to work really well. It looks pretty good so far. But now we just have to test it out on an extended basis. Like all the clips that we've done of these 5-10 minute clips have looked okay. But what's even better for us is that we may be able to go live on Instagram for the first time. I don't know what we're going to do. Probably won't be an episode. It'll probably be a game stream or something else, or, just kind of shooting the breeze for 15, 20 minutes just to see how that goes.
It's going to
But-
be me just going like...
It could be McGruff the entire time. Who knows?
Hey,
Yeah.
McGruff would
but
love to do it.
but the technology that we're moving into now, McGruff may have his own camera going forward.
Right.
One of my friends here in my office might have their own camera. Who knows? We're making some advances. We're pretty excited about it. We're gonna make some graphical changes going into 2025. Just sprucing up the backgrounds and stuff like that to the videos and everything. And hopefully I'll be able to work on the website and add some new features to the website next year as well. So stuff is coming.
Nice.
Slowly but surely it's moving forward. We're pretty excited because this is one that we've been working on for a while and we've wanted to do and just kept running into roadblock after roadblock.
Yep.
And even in the short time that we've been using this new process, it seems to work pretty well. And I'm pretty excited to give it an actual test run with viewers and listeners joining us live. So, yeah, that's going to be coming soon.
Yeah.
Black Friday just happened. Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, Giving Tuesday, all that stuff.
All that fun
happens
stuff.
in
Cyber
like
Monday.
5 days worth of stuff.
Small Business Saturday. Did you say that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Small Business Saturday.
Salami
Tuesday.
Sunday.
Salami
Oh.
Sunday. That was my
Uh,
tastiest one.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
Where'd all my money go Wednesday?
So can I complain a clock real quick about Best Buy?
Absolutely.
Sounds about right up what I wouldn't expect anything else.
So this week, Sony is celebrating the 30th anniversary of PlayStation.
Excuse me.
And they released a special 30th anniversary PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation 5 controller that's in the old PlayStation 1 gray. It's
Oh,
just a little
right.
I
updated
saw
and
about
stuff
this.
like that. And I thought, okay, well, I don't need a PlayStation, but I would like to have that controller. I think it looks really cool, right?
Right.
It reminds me of the old one, just updated for PS5. And given the fact that PS5 controllers break all the damn time and they get stick drift all the damn time,
Oh.
I figured I might as well have a nice one on the side, ready to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I signed up in the Best Buy app to get an alert when they were going to do it, because the only way that you can get either the PS5 or the controller was through this drop that they were doing in the app. You would get a notification, 30-minute countdown, and then it would release. You could buy it and blah, blah, blah. And the queue was very similar to how you would get D23 tickets or,
Oh, running
anything
Oh my
with Disney
gosh.
for the marathons and all that stuff.
Was a little running guy there?
No, because it was
Oh.
in the app. Like, it
Oh.
just had a countdown, basically,
Oh.
that was going. But what was really frustrating is that, again, these two items could only be purchased online. You couldn't
Sure.
go to a store. You had to buy them through the app, okay? So I'm in the queue. I see the thing. The countdown happens. Boom, the drop is live. Add the controller to the cart. And it lagged for a little bit. There was a white screen, and then I got the update saying, you are in the queue. We will verify your account, and then we'll add it to the cart, and you'll have like 5 minutes to check out or whatever, right? Similar to, again, to D23 and all the other stuff that there's a queue for.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and every drop, like they had probably like 8 or 9 drops the entire day, and they were like spreading them out over an hour or every 2 hours, depending on what the item was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there waiting for the controller. And it's approaching the hour. And I'm still sitting there waiting for the controller.
Ugh.
Still says I'm waiting. Still says I'm in the queue. And I'm thinking, all right, as long as I'm in the queue, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then the drop happens for the PS5 itself.
Oh.
And I'm
What?
still in the queue for the controller. I'm thinking, what is going on here? So I grab my iPad and I quickly install the Best Buy app and I log into it. And I hit the drop for the PlayStation 5 just because I was curious to see what was going to happen.
Right.
And the queue says, you are in the queue for the PS5. We will verify your account and we will allow you to check out once we add it to your card. I'm thinking,
Sure.
all right, well, that's the same message. That's cool. But then the PS5 one changes to allow me to add it to the cart. I hit add to the cart just because I was curious. I wasn't going to
Right.
buy it because I'm not about to drop $600 when I just want the damn controller.
Right.
But then I hit add to the cart and it says, there is an error. You cannot buy this online. Please check nearby stores.
No.
All right, so I click nearby stores, enter the zip code. We're sorry, but this item is only available online. Okay, well, that's a weird error. So you go back and you try to add it again. We're sorry, but we're running into an error adding this online. Please check your local stores. And it was just circle after circle. And the controller, mind you, on my phone is still sitting there.
Right.
Just waiting to be added to the cart. So the PlayStation 1 goes through the entire drop hour.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, it just says that it's sold out. You can no longer even try to add it to the cart.
Okay.
I read a lot of complaints on Reddit after this because it pissed me off, right? Because I couldn't get the controller.
Right.
I went over on Reddit and people were complaining about it because they said the same thing happened to them. Nobody was able to really successfully buy one. I don't know if it was bots getting it or what the case was for it.
Mm-hmm.
But even like 2 hours after the controller was telling me that I was in the queue, it finally refreshed and it says it is sold out. You cannot purchase this item.
Nice.
So I waited, didn't get my controller. It was very reminiscent to doing a Disney drop. And I just need to say, Best Buy, get it together. I tried to buy a controller and I couldn't do it through your dumb app policy. I don't know what was going on, but you owe me a PS5 30th anniversary controller, Best Buy.
Well,
I'm
you can buy
surprised-
one for $140 on eBay,
I'm going to go
Of
with no.
course.
That's a negative.
or somebody selling one for $5,000.
Again, that's a negative. Not going to happen. But thank you, though.
This person
Thank you.
has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a picture.
See, that's what makes me wonder if they had some kind of bot working for
They
them.
had to.
Because
Mhm.
if it was hard enough for me to get one, how did they end up with 12?
Was there a
Unless
limit on how many you could purchase?
one.
It was a 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you were limited to one PlayStation or one controller. At least that's what I was told.
Apparently, there's also the PlayStation Portal.
Yeah.
They had the 30th anniversary as well. I'm just looking on eBay.
Yeah, the PlayStation Portal is not very impressive
Yeah.
because the way that it currently works, I think they just changed it, but the way that it currently works is it's just like a Wi-Fi device to allow you to connect and play your current PlayStation.
Gotcha. You have to be
it
like
doesn't.
in the same
You can
room.
install games onto it. The latest update finally allows you to stream some games through the cloud.
Oh,
Not
okay.
all of them. But unless the way that it's worked since it launched is basically it just connects to the PlayStation in your house. And if you're using it on the portal, no one else can use the PlayStation because it's just mirroring what's happening
Right.
on the
Okay.
console. So, Best Buy owes me a controller. That's all I'm going to say. Just
Sure.
want to move on from there. So, dear Santa, do something about this.
You can buy the
let's
box
see.
for $18, just the box.
Oh, the box for
No.
18
Box
bucks. You know what?
only.
Sold. Sold. It's cheaper than the controller. I could just display the box. Sold. I'm meeting adjourned. We did it. Let's see. Monopoly Go's over.
Yay.
The Marvel season of Monopoly Go. How did you guys do with your collections? Did you collect all your Deadpools and Wolvies and Monopoly Wolverine guys and stuffs?
No.
No?
I finished like 13 hours before the thing was completely over.
Nice.
Dang.
This is the closest I've ever cut it. After it, like the first album I didn't finish, but then every other one I finished. So yeah, it was. They had that weird sticker thing, and I was like, well, I need one sticker left, and there's a guaranteed you pick the sticker one at the end of this, so I'm dumping a bunch of dice into it to get that last one.
Yeah.
And I did.
Nice.
How many did you have left, Mel, to finish your album?
How about I say that I have 50 stars and that's it. So I didn't even do anything much. I'm saving my my dice because I was like, nah, I'll come back on the next album.
Yeah. So if you've been keeping up with the Monopoly Go saga on the podcast, I had never played before. And early on in, what are they called? Seasons or chapters? What are they?
Album.
Albums.
Okay.
I think.
So they have these albums in Monopoly Go where you collect stickers, and each sticker is worth anywhere from 1 to 5 stars.
Yep.
And each season or each album runs for about 40, 50 days or something like that.
No, it's like 70 days.
What is
Well,
it? Yeah.
It's like 68 to 70 days.
The
was
new
this.
one, the new
The new
Christmas
one's
one that just
shorter.
launched, I think, is like 40 days or
It's
something.
shorter.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the holiday one, and so
okay.
it's way shorter. It has less albums.
Yeah.
They did that last year.
Oh, okay.
So
But, yeah, the other ones are usually like 70-ish days.
yeah, so for
80
me,
days.
I had heard of Monopoly Go. I kept getting ads for it, but it didn't seem like Monopoly. It just seemed like something else, and I was right. But because Mel and Andrew convinced me to play because it was Marvel, I figured, all right, I'll
Sure.
give it a shot.
Yeah.
And at first, I had fun. Then I got super frustrated. Then I got downright angry at the game. And then I came around again. And I thought, all right, well, I mean, it's free, right? As long as I'm not spending money on it, whatever. It is what it is. In the end, I needed 5 stickers to complete the entire album.
Mm-hmm.
And Monopoly Go has this feature where if you are friends with people, you can trade with them, you know, for the stickers that you don't have. And there's apps like Sticker Go and stuff like that you can meet up with other people. Like they'll say, here's my collection. Here's what I have up for grabs. Let me know if you want to trade. And that was super helpful because I think before I started using one of those apps, I think I needed like 19 stickers. Mm-hmm. And then I got down to the 5. I got down to 7 actually, and then rolled a bunch and used the additional stickers in the little vault to try to complete it. And I got 2 additional new ones that I didn't have through that. And then I just got stuck with 5 because they were all gold stickers. Like you can't trade gold stickers, so the only way to get them is through playing the game and getting like the really high value boxes or sticker packs. And every time I would log into the game, I would get one of those offers that said, first time buyer, you can get this offer right now to guarantee a new card, 1 out of 5, $44.99.
Nope. Yep.
It was $50 for one sticker.
And
so
like
theoretically,
1,500 dice or something, but yeah, it's stupid.
Right. But they wanted me to spend $50 for a sticker, $250 for all 5 basically.
Right.
And in those $250, it wasn't even guaranteed that I would get the new one. It just said I had a higher chance of getting one of the ones.
No, the $44.99 one was the one where you pick the sticker that you want.
Oh, you do get okay.
Yeah, you pick the sticker that you want it
That's
to
like the wild card.
Yeah. Oh, I was so angry. I was like, how are you going to charge me $50 and not even give me one that I need?
Right.
Okay, so for $250, okay, still $250. Come on, really?
That's a PlayStation controller from eBay.
Yeah.
Seriously. Or 5 from Best Buy. Best Buy. It's like Speedstorm has gotten pretty ridiculous like that as well. Like they have this new feature where they give you free daily things like free upgrade coins and stuff like that, but then they'll tell you you are guaranteed to level up this racer after you open 15 packs. But then in order to open 15 packs, you have to spend $50 to $75 real world money to get the coins to open those boxes. So
Jeepers creepers.
it's craziness. So didn't complete the album. Did I have fun? Yeah. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun playing. I think there was some days that were more frustrating than others because like the weird algorithm that the game uses would land me in the same box every time, or like like in the daily tasks, like it would say you have to do one of those little bank heists, but I kept getting the demolition ones instead. That like towards the end of the game, I ended up getting I don't know. I started really high rolling. I got several awards, and I ended up with like 3,000 dice at one point.
Nice.
And I was like 100 every time, like that I was like trying to complete the album, because I figured that if anything, I could complete the, I don't know what the top one was called, but there's like one little mini game up at the top where as you fill it up, you get other sticker packs. I figured the best case scenario is I'll get the cards or the little stickers. Worst case scenario, I'll lose my dice and then I won't have to play anymore, right? It's like, it's one way or another, this is ending. We're coming to an end here one way or another. And then it got really anticlimactic because the countdown was happening as to when the Marvel album was going to end. And I had like one box and like one award thing that I was waiting for from like the train things to award me one of the purple sticker packs. And it was ending literally 2 minutes before the Marvel thing ended. So I needed to get that award and quickly open everything to see if I was going to complete anything else. I got repeats, so I didn't complete anything else. But I finished it, and then all of a sudden I just get like fireworks. And then it changes to Christmas on the board. There was no thanks for playing. There was no you've completed Marvel. You didn't make Monopoly Guy Deadpool. None of that.
On to the next.
The game just like from one second to the next. One board to another. And then it said new album available. I'm like, well, where's all my Marvel stuff? Can I go see what I collected? Nope. It's gone.
That's kind of, I think, one of the like weirdest features of Monopoly Go is like that albums, once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. Here's what I think would be better. I'm not sure why I got this in my head where I thought that at the end of the season I was going to be able to go back and look through my albums and that somehow I would still be able to trade gold cards that I didn't have, but they weren't going to be worth anything anymore. Like, it was only to complete the album, right? I wasn't going to get the dice. I wasn't going to get the little characters or the tokens or anything. But it would have been nice to collect the final 5, even if I didn't get all the awards that were originally associated with them. Nope, I can't even see any of the stickers I got to begin with. It's just, it's gone.
It's gone. It's just...
It got Thanos poofed, dusted, out of existence. And then what did I do? I kept rolling hundreds in the new one. What else was I going to do with all the dice I had?
Right.
So now I'm ankle deep in the Christmas one. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I considered doing what Mel did and just not playing this one and just banking dice to see if I wanted to play the next full one. But I realized that playing Monopoly Go, because I don't know if this has happened to you, but there are times where you get streaks where you keep running out of dice, but then you'll hit like a specific thing, and then you'll have like 200 or 500 dice to play with again, and then you can go for another like 30 minutes or something. That kept happening to me, and part of the reason I'm so behind on Speedstorm is because I kept getting those like spans on Monopoly Go where I would sit there and play for 20, 40, 50, 60 minutes at a time. And it took me away from Speedstorm. And normally I wouldn't care, except that I paid $10 for the season on Speedstorm. So I need to finish it or else I'm going to lose that money. So, am I going to continue playing? Probably.
Who knows?
I think I liked it enough that it's a decent enough distraction when I'm not doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not going to go as hard going forward. Like, I try to play a lot with the Marvel one because I had a vested interest in the Marvel aspect of it.
Right.
But if the next stuff is just going to be like Christmas or like, I don't even know what the next season is going to be.
Who knows? My Little Pony.
Oh, I'm in then.
Aw.
Okay, I'm in. You changed my
knows?
mind. Okay. Let's shift to some Disney stuff here. Although that was Marvel, so that's Disney, so that counts.
Sure.
We'll use
Yes,
it.
it counts for me. The Moana film. Released
Moana
last week.
2.
Moana 2.
Tuana.
Yep.
Have either of you seen it?
Nope.
No, I haven't
do you-
yet.
Do you plan on watching it?
I don't know.
I did have plans, but then it's just the weekend just got away from me. But I want to see it because I really like the first one. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So there was a Deadline article. I was trying to bring it up. There was a Deadline article that was talking about some of the records that Moana 2 was breaking. I think we were going to talk about it last episode because it was, I think the last episode, it was the week it was releasing when we recorded, right?
Were these what I like to call records with the quotes?
Yeah.
Because they were like
Yeah.
not really records, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
It was like all the things Moana's breaking is like 6th place in something, and I was like, that's not.
Yeah.
What are you
well,
talking about?
There were some. I mean, there were some impressive numbers
Yeah.
across
Of
the board,
course.
right? And especially considering that Wicked has been kind of sweeping the last couple of weeks since it
Yeah.
released and through previews and stuff. Obviously, releasing on Thanksgiving week is a strategy that a lot of films tend to, drop a major film release on. But here's I'm going to read directly from the Deadline article. Because we're going into the second week here, but it says Disney's Moana 2 will see a second week of 55 million to 60 million, the most any number one movie has seen during the historically ratcheted down post-Thanksgiving period. Again, anything over Frozen 2's post-Thanksgiving frame take of 35.1 million back in 2019 is a record. So Frozen had made 35.1 post-Thanksgiving, and Moana is already doubling that.
Wow.
It's close to doubling it.
Because it came out post Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about Moana 2 is Moana 2 in a way worries me. Right? Because Moana 2 was originally supposed to be a Disney Plus series.
Yep.
And this was a pretty hyped up Disney Plus series for a while. And then I don't exactly, unless you know, Andrew, but I don't exactly know what happened that they decided, let's make this into a film, other than the potential cash grab of knowing the characters.
Yeah,
that they were using.
supposedly I saw a video of somebody talking about it, and they're like, as they were, according to their story, as they were developing it, they go, man, this is being really good. Oh, we're really liking this. Oh, this could be a movie. Oh, well, and then here we are. That's the, story we have.
Well, the thing that's worrisome, I think, about how this came to be, I haven't seen the film, and I was curious to see if either of you had seen it, because I have seen comments from people that have seen it. Our pal Skylar from the Diz Insider had a chance to go watch it, and one of his comments over on Threads was, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't have his exact quote, but he was mentioning that the film felt like it was an adaptation of a TV series, that it felt like it was strung together, that it worked in the end, right? Like it felt like it came from a TV show, basically.
Okay.
And I'm glad that it worked out, and I'm glad that it feels like a movie. I won't be able to obviously give my own opinion of it until I have a chance to watch it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that unions and animators, like the way that they are paid in the US for these projects, whether they're for TV or for film, are much different than how they're paid. And of course, unions and stuff aren't the same outside of the United States. And it's my understanding that the Moana 2 series was being made in Canada.
Right.
Which means that they were under different rules, different payment, a different payment structure.
Different company. It wasn't
different everything.
Disney feature animation.
Right. And because of that, it was so much cheaper than what it would have cost had they made an actual film in the United States, or if Disney Animation had made the film themselves. What worries me is that it looks like they found a hack, right, to make something a series and then adapt it to a film at the end of having made all these episodes, and just kind of pivoting when all the work has been done and just kind of releasing a film or a 2-part film or whatever the case might be. My question to both of you is, do you think that we'll see more of this from Disney, or do you think this was a one-off where they just kind of needed a big box office movie and they had the content and said, let's just pivot this? Or do you think it was more intentional and a test to see how it would work out if they continue to do this money-saving technique?
I was going to go with, I wouldn't be surprised if we would get more money out of it, and basing it off of them saying that Moana was like the #1 streamed movie on Disney Plus, which made them be like, okay, we're going to make this and we're going to make the live action film. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is money driven to be like, you know what, let's try this out. And then another thing, I totally forgot this was going to be a series. So when I'm listening, and now I'm curious about the movie, like to see if I would see like those subtle changes, I guess. I don't think I've been reading about comments, so I don't know what a lot of people are saying. I just know about like it being the moneymaker. But yeah, I would not doubt that it was money driven to do this, because isn't the live action film coming out next year? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like cash cow kind of thing. That's
yeah,
what I feel.
I think it's a little column A, column B. I think the series into film was not intentional, and it happened the way it did, whatever. But I do think that they are going to learn the wrong lessons from this, or the however you want to put it. They are going to attempt this again to skirt whatever. I mean, I'm sure it still cost them a lot of money regardless, but it didn't cost them the money that it could have. But also they didn't have, like, it's not a true like, most of the time it's like, okay, we're doing a sequel, let's bring the same people back, let's bring the director back, let's bring the same music back, and da-da-da-da-da, and so it's cohesive that way. But because this was a series, all this stuff was being directed and written, and the writers too were is by a whole different team. And like, no shade on the people that wrote this or did the music or directed or whatever, but when you're attempting to do that, especially in animation, you want to have that same voice like throughout. And again, I haven't seen it either, so I don't know. But I've read that the music is a standout. That it's not that it's bad, that it's different, and that the like Skylar had said was like, it does feel like it was episodes of a TV show like smushed together, because that's just that's how it started. So hopefully this isn't like, well, we're moving everything to Disney Canada or whatever, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
The biggest thing that I've been curious about when it comes to this film is, you touched on it a little bit, as far as the cohesiveness of, you know, when you bring back a cast, an ensemble cast for something, like obviously The Rock isn't a part of this, Ali E. Carvalho's not a part of this, Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't do the music, right? I think his excuse what is
did
being
you just
said
say
is because
The Rock is not a part of this? Because he definitely is. They're both voicing
of Moana 2?
Yes.
I mean,
I thought he wasn't in it.
No, that voice cast is the same.
Oh, I thought it wasn't the same voice cast. Okay. Then what I was about to say does not apply then, because I know that for TV shows it's usually not the same cast.
That is true.
It's other voice
But
actors
I believe that
they were similar.
The TV show was going to be like big budget, like premiere TV show where they were I think they were always attached to the TV show.
I gotcha. Okay, I thought it was going to be one of those instances where it wasn't like Brett Iwan, it was Chris Diamantopoulos doing the voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be one of those situations where they found sound-alikes, or they got like their backup actors to do.
No, I think it was going to be other than Moana herself. I think it was going to be kind of how Monsters at Work is. I don't know if you've watched that or caught up on that, but like Mike and Sully are voiced by John Goodman and Billy Crystal, but they're only in it for like a minute sometimes, and they just like pop in.
Okay.
So I have a feeling like The Rock was gonna be like, "All right, Maui's mission of the day is," and then you go do whatever. I don't know.
See you later.
I see. Okay. Because the other thing that I was curious about is, because it wasn't like, when it's an episodic thing, every episode usually has like a beginning, middle, and end, right?
Right.
Like, even if there's an overarching story, because you know she's a wayfinder and stuff like that, like that's all part of the main story of who she is. But every episode for TV has a beginning, middle, and end. I was curious as to how they were going to smush those all together, because then there's like not just an A and a B story, then there would be a C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K story throughout the film as well.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I believe it's like, we're going on a place. So I'm assuming that was still the structure. We're going on an adventure, and it's this, and it's, these are the things that we encounter on the adventure. And so each episode is a thing we encounter out on the ocean. So is it the Kakamora? Is it the whatever, sea monster? Is it the duh? And this is how we deal with it. And we did it. Now we're continuing on. Next episode. That's my guess. I have no idea. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, for anybody that's had an opportunity to see Moana 2, I'm curious as to how they executed that, because, you know, to go from an episodic thing to this feature-length film, you can't just stretch out a 30-minute or 22-minute episode at times, right? Because there just isn't enough content. So how you string all those together to get the film, I think, is going to be the most interesting part. I mean, obviously people are liking it, right? Because it's making money. Yeah. And I don't know if it's because of the story or if it's because of the Moana character in general that's just bringing in the fans to watch the film. But until I get a chance to see it, I won't be able to really speak on that.
Well, and I think it's one of the, I mean, it's in a spot in the box office right now where it's really the only big children's film or family film, as far as I can tell.
Oh, that's true.
I believe you're right. Because,
Let's see, what else is out? Wicked, Gladiator, Kraven the Hunter, Red One, Y2K,
there's Y2K. Thing. There you go. That's a kid-friendly film.
Yeah, werewolves. Yeah, I mean, it's
there you go. Werewolves. Every kid likes dogs.
Other than a bunch of
dogs.
like screenings of Elf and the Polar Express and the Grinch, Moana 2 is the only family film in the box office right now.
There you go.
Interesting. All right.
There's not even a rated G movie in the box office as far as I can
What's
see.
the Wild Robot?
Oh, that's been out for a while. That's a family film, but that's been out for a couple months.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know what that was.
It's a robot in a forest.
But it's an
And the
animated
robot
film,
like
right?
falls in love with. It's an animated film. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of good reviews. I've not
Gotcha.
seen it.
All right. Well, again, anybody that's had an opportunity to see Moana 2, connect with us. Let us know what you thought of the film. And did you know that it was supposed to be a series? And if you did or didn't, how did it affect the viewing experience for you? Did it all work? Did it feel like it was one film? Did it feel like it was a bunch of ideas mashed together? Let us know. Join the conversation. Drop a comment over on Instagram, on Threads, on YouTube, or join us on Discord. If you haven't had a chance to join the community, now's your chance. You can join us over on Discord. We chat about all sorts of stuff. McGruff hasn't made his way to Discord yet, but I'm sure he will at some point.
McGruff needs a Discord account. Is that what you're saying? I need to get him on Discord.
I'm not saying that.
He needs to make it official. No, we
I'm
can't
not
make it
saying
official.
that, but if he wants to, now would be the time. Let's see. I guess this is a good time to also thank a wonderful group of listeners, don't you think?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's do it. All right, so we're going to take this moment to thank a very special group of listeners, our podcast Fairy Godparents, a.k.a. the FGP Squad, because it's their support via Patreon that help make these episodes of Podketeers possible. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. There you will find a link to our Patreon list of some of our top contributors. You'll also find some information on what the FGP Squad is all about. But in general, you get some additional perks like access to additional content that we've uploaded to Patreon, access to our happy hour calls when we get a chance to do those. You get free stuff that I send out to people and more. So again, if you want more information, podketeers.com/FGP is where you want to go. And of course, to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. Speaking of links, podketeers.com/links is where you want to go for all of the most asked for links in the Podketeers universe, including our latest episode, link to the Disneyland playlist, of course, our Discord, any fundraisers that we're currently running with our charity team, Team Vote Willie. You'll also find a link, of course, to the FGP Squad there. But you will also find links to our YouTube channel and Larry's YouTube channel, Goofy Guys Adventures. And you will also find a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist. Again, podketeers.com/links is where you want to go. And I would suggest and recommend that you just add a shortcut on your phone or your device, your tablet, wherever you like to consume this content, because then you could just be like boop, and then it just takes you to the links page, and then you have all those things at a quick access. So yeah, and now back to the podcast. Da, 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 da. We need a little transition piece of music or something, something like that.
It could be like the boop boop doop boop. That, like, you know, the like
The one,
stupid
Star Tours?
No,
the
the
one
one
that
we have. That's
enter into
our,
the podcast.
yeah.
No, that one.
I'm
That one's
tired.
special for the opening. We'll have to find something different. Maybe, yeah, we'll find something different. But we do need something for transition.
How about-
I realize that we don't.
How
have
about
anything.
it, but backwards?
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know.
that would be different. So, hey,
I'm not. I don't hate it.
that's a smart idea.
I'm gonna have to play it to see what it sounds like. Remind me after. Remind me after. I'm pretty sure I'll forget, but remind me after. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Snow White got a trailer. Since we're talking about movies,
Sure did.
I want to play the trailer because I haven't seen it yet. I know that it got released a couple of days ago, but before we do, didn't this get canceled? Like, wasn't there like this whole hubbub of Rachel Ziegler and how, like, she was doing horrible things and like Disney was like, nope, we're done. Like, what happened? I thought they canceled this film.
I think you were reading Inside the Magic too much, Heyzen.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Because if it came from them, then she was doing horrible. She must have been killing puppies or something, according to them.
Or she like
it just...
like walked outside and was like, Rachel Ziegler murdered a butterfly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or like yeah, she killed a fly, and they go,
a fly.
Famous actress commits murder.
Oh, that's what it would have been.
Yeah.
Right. We just want to clarify that these were not actual headlines from said website.
But that's what it would be.
But they are in the spirit of, right? Rachel Ziegler commits murder, and it's because she like killed a fly or something.
Right.
Those are the types of
she like murdered
headlines.
A plate of nachos.
Oh yeah, I'd like to do that to a plate of nachos. Sounds good. All right, well let me bring up the trailer here. Have either of you had a chance to see it yet?
No, not yet.
I have.
I have seen a picture, which kind of like I agree with Andrew on what he said earlier. So let's just play it.
All right, here we go.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness, but the Queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty.
What did you say?
He looks like Wesley.
The people need some kindness.
You know, I really
Princess
don't remember
Bride.
you being this opinionated.
I forgot Wonder Woman was in this.
Cape.
Mirror on the
Magic
wall.
mirror.
Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty.
Sounds like Corey Burton.
Yeah.
The lovely maiden I now behold.
I look at you,
I hear Haunted
I just
Mansion
want to be
holiday.
the fairest of them all.
Wait
Queen
a
is
second.
evil. You must flee into the woods.
Now she's in the woods. And on March 22nd.
On March 20th.
First.
21st. I can't read. That was a 2-1.
My parents always said this.
Welcome to
forest
my
And now
world.
there's a bunch of cute little aminals.
Was it raining? Why is her hair all wet?
Because she was in the... I think she fell in the water. I don't know.
Anybody here?
It was
Now they're in the
foggy.
forest, and now we got a bunch of little feet. And she fell asleep across 3 beds. And then the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire
whoa.
life.
No thing.
Bad, 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 bad. All bad.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
Bad. Why does Grumpy sound like a child?
The Queen stole everything from all of us.
I'm gonna need your help.
Bad.
It's time to restore our kingdom.
That looks fine. Fine. Apple. Temple of Doom. Fine. 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 Bad.
Oh,
Fine.
they're in the
What is
Mind
this
Train
sauce?
through Nature's
Our
Wonderland
kingdom,
there.
And now we're here to take it back.
You were saying.
Fine. Look it. They're in a forest. Apple looks cool.
my
Old
dear.
lady.
Did I frighten you?
She looks like Voldemort. Bad.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
What?
I actually like this.
Really?
Doug,
Yes,
Okay.
I actually like this.
I think
Uh,
half of it looks good, half of it looks really scary.
Yeah, I'm okay. So as I'm watching this, did either one of you ever watch Once Upon a Time?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I watched like 2 seasons and then I gave up on it.
This reminds me of that first season of Once Upon a Time. Like, stylistically, it feels very much like that show. And I like that show. I think they did a good job of spinning the characters the way that they did. Obviously, they're not spinning Snow White in this. It's the story of Snow White. It's just the dwarves do look fairly scary. the way they are depicted here.
They're scary.
I love the fact that they're going through the Rainbow Caverns at one point, and the Temple of Doom, and the Temple of Doom gets them to the Rainbow Caverns. That's pretty dope. But I like the adaptation. I was not expecting to watch the trailer and want to actually watch this.
Well, hey.
I'm actually surprised, but that's cool.
I'm interested to watch it. I just think I'm scared a little bit. But
Did you
sometimes
not
it's
like
okay
it?
to be scared.
Mel, where are you on this one?
Excuse me,
I'm happy for anyone who's excited to watch this. It's not for me. I think I'm not a big princess person, so it's like it's cute, but like I said, I'll be really happy for anyone who wants to see it. So that's cool. I think I'm just still jaded after Maleficent and then all that stuff. So I don't know about any more princess films or stuff.
So what is it exactly about how you felt about Maleficent that's making you apprehensive about watching this one?
It's a good question. I don't know. I think I'm not the biggest Snow White fan, and I'm not saying like, oh, it's a bad thing. No. I met her at Disneyland. I was like 6-year-old again. Like it was her, but the whole story of Snow White, it's like it's cute. If there was another adaptation of Sleeping Beauty that was just like this, that'd be great. But I'm more for like different stuff and not too much on the remakes unless I really want to see it. I'm still waiting for Sword in the Stone, so yeah. Whenever that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying. I mean, I think I'm coming off. Did I tell you both that I finally actually all the way through saw Wish?
Oh,
you did. I
finally saw it all the way through. Yeah.
Okay.
I had started watching it before, and I think the first time I wasn't in the mood to watch it. Like, you know how there's certain things you just aren't in the mood to watch. Like, sometimes you just need something funny, or sometimes you need, whatever. I think I just wasn't in the mood the first time I tried to watch it because I couldn't really get into it. And recently we watched it, and I have to tell you that I actually really enjoyed it. I liked it. I think the way that there was a nod to fairy tale storytelling that Disney has been so good at doing for 100 years. And I remember when I first learned about this, when I first saw the trailer and the concept art, one of the things that was throwing me off was the animation style that they used in this one, because there was some like 3D elements to it, but there was a lot of like hand-drawn elements as well, and they mixed them together, and when they overlaid them, at times it looked really strange. But that was at the first time I watched it, I remember thinking like this, I couldn't get into it. It felt really weird to me. And this second time, I saw it with completely different eyes, because it felt like you were in the storybook as they were progressing through the story. The style made it feel like you were like turning pages of a book, and the story I think was much better than I originally gave it credit for. The music was also so much better. The villain arc I think worked really well for the story, the way that they told it, and all of the nods to different Disney like fairy tales and movies and stories from the last 100 years, the way that they incorporated the little Easter eggs throughout the film was one of my favorite things of the whole thing. Right? So I think this one, like the Snow White trailer, I think I might be on the high of Wish, like that fairy tale, like telling that I'm kind of excited about this. Aside from the fact that it feels like Once Upon a Time. Like, it feels like something that I really enjoyed. And that's probably what's driving why I'm so excited. Because I remember watching the trailer for Cinderella when that came out. I remember watching the trailer for so many other live-action adaptations of stuff that Disney has done. And thinking, okay, cool. They're doing this. Right?
Yeah.
But this, I think the connection that makes me feel that it's Once Upon a Time is what is getting me excited about this adaptation.
I could see that. Yeah.
So I still think the dwarves are going to give me nightmares at some point.
Yep.
But
tonight?
Like tonight, maybe. But I don't know. I hope this film doesn't disappoint. It feels fairly true.
I do too.
It feels fairly true to the original story. But I hope it does well.
Yeah.
I hope it does well too. Just because all the haters out there.
And
that's all I wanted to do
different.
well, because of the haters.
And because it's different, it should be loved. So
yeah,
hopefully it does.
Because it's freaking weird looking, those dwarves.
Coming to Oogie Boogie Bash next year.
Right?
If they
all
were in
7
the back
of them.
by the waterfall, with just some like spotlights like going up, and you see their shadows like all big and stuff.
That would be scary.
Dopey with the 2 diamonds, just like looks like a disco
Let's see.
ball.
Who's playing? Literally only one. Let's see. Is there any cast release for this?
There should
Cast
have been.
list?
IMDb.
Oh, Patrick Page is the Magic Mirror. That's cool. He's
Oh.
a Broadway guy. There are no people. There's no people listed as playing the dwarves.
I mean,
So
someone
do
did.
you think they're CG?
Well, I mean, they're definitely CG. But
No, but I mean like 100%, like that.
I
like
don't
they just-
know. I think it might be some weird mocap thing or something. But they aren't listed now, and I don't know if that's because they're trying to keep it a secret or what.
Maybe.
Because there are nothing so far on IMDb.
They use Mid-Journey to create all of them.
Yeah.
They're fighting AI, and they use AI to create them all.
Let's see. So
Do
who
they
knows?
Do they have any text on their clothes that reads weird? That's the giveaway.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
6 fingers.
6 fingers, yes.
Yes, 6 fingers. Do you remember Snow White and the Huntsman?
Yeah.
That wasn't a Disney adaptation, right? That was
Correct.
that was like a side thing. Okay,
I don't remember.
because I know that one was also fairly dark as well. But
Yeah.
that was the one with Kristen Stewart, right?
Yeah, and Charlize Theron as the queen,
Gotcha. Okay,
and she was ruthless.
interesting. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it either way.
Go
I
look
hope
at
it
this
doesn't
trailer, and
disappoint.
it's scary looking.
I like it.
Well, not before bed.
Yeah. Hey, Mel, you mentioned, before I forget, you mentioned some churro things.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on this, please?
Sure. I was gifted by a lovely coworker of mine something very, very magical, and it comes from Tokyo Disneyland, which is ding.
Look at that, it's little Donald.
It is
and
so
Goofy
cute.
And a little car.
And it's
Mickey and Minnie.
So cool.
churro snacks.
Crispy
here's the cute
churro
part.
snack.
The packaging is so adorable. Everything's adorable because this comes off. You still
Okay.
have your
Little
box,
car.
and inside you have your packages. But save trouble. Here it is. Because it's a lot in
like
here and stuff. But you get about I think it's it's like 8.
Oh, okay, they're like,
It's like
those
8 little
bags?
pieces.
packages.
Yeah. There's like a whole pack.
Oh, nice.
So you have that
How
in
do
there.
they taste?
Dude, if I so when I bit into them, it's like it's churro. It is. It totally is. It's crunchy. It gives you that flavor. But I have no idea how they make the little designs, and
They're
like
like Mickey shaped, right? Like
yes,
like they're Mickey
inside
churros.
they're Mickey shaped, but then the outside they're churros shaped. So it's like, how did they? There's so many little ones. Like, how
Right.
did they do this? And I really, I still don't know how, but
Apparently, I'm
I
looking
wish
these
we
up.
could buy this
Apparently, they're vegan.
oh, there
Oh.
you go. I mean, I didn't taste the difference, but they tasted really good.
Well, it just means that they're vegan.
Yeah.
But they
But,
do have aspartame in them.
No.
As a sweetener.
Can I? What is it? The top of
Crispy
the box
churro
say?
snack. I
Crispy
tried to look
churro
them up
snack.
too.
I'm like,
Hard
how
to
do
find
I
one.
get me some of these?
Right?
You have to pay those people that go to
so
Tokyo Disney and buy you the thing, and then it costs $50 extra.
Right? Do you
Apparently,
need the barcode?
there's apparently.
that- If I do that,
Apparently,
though-
my grandpa just gives me the remote after the Powerball. Apparently, in 2023, there was a pin set of the box and then the package of the crispy churro snacks.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
these have been around for a while then. That's cool.
And
All right,
so,
now I gotta
I
know-
had to show you guys and show our Discord, for food because it fit.
Right.
I'm like,
That is
hey.
so cool.
I have a friend who's from Japan, and she goes back every once in a while. I have to get her to get me some.
They're good. I mean,
2, I'll Venmo you. Just,
Can you
Yeah.
bring an extra suitcase, please?
Yes.
Fill it with crispy churro snacks.
Just ship them.
yeah. You
That's
can get them
what
just
every...
shipped.
That does... Do any of the Disney parks have, like, a way to ship items out?
They used to at Disneyland.
Yeah,
you could,
they
like,
used
buy
to.
souvenirs and ship
But
them.
do
I don't
any
know
of the other parks have them?
Who knows? They should
I
just
wouldn't doubt
have.
it
We
if-
need like online Disneyland store where I can just buy stuff from Disneyland.
I mean...
Yeah.
I thought there was an app that allowed you to do that within the parks. Or is that just for the pins?
Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure there was a way to do that. I don't remember which app or what it was. I'm going to have to look this up now.
Figure it
but
out.
I know that there
It's
was a way
conspiracy.
to figure out, like, if you were looking for a pin, for instance, it would tell you what shop had it in stock.
Oh.
And you could order it and you could ship it to yourself.
Hmm.
I'm going to look it up. I'm...
Never heard of it, but
This-
if it was a thing, that's cool.
Did I just get an alert that McGruff is on Discord?
What are you talking
Oh my
about?
god, I did.
Breaking news.
That's so funny. Okay. That's amazing. I'm glad they taste like churro as well.
Yeah.
Save me some. Is all I'm gonna
I mean, I could.
say. Save me some.
I will definitely save you guys too. I will save you 2 1. So
I just want to taste one. I don't even want the. I just want if you
I'll
could
just
save me
give you
just
the
one.
bag,
that's-
chill.
I just want to taste one. I'll be happy.
you
with
can't lick it
one.
and pass this.
Who says we can't? Who says we can't?
No, it's like that's so.
Who says we can't? How adorable would that be?
I know.
Let's see. Since we're talking about park stuff, Andrew,
Yes, sir.
you just went to the parks.
I sure did.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was Christmas time, and that was fun. We rode a rides. We went with my mother-in-law, who hasn't been in like 15 years or so.
Aw.
So it was like she hasn't been since they redid California Adventure, so pre-2012.
Wow.
So it's been a while.
Is that still when we had the Merry, 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 Merry Christmas? It's Christmas time at Disneyland. Celebrate. Is that when those commercials were still going?
I don't know.
That's where I want to live right now.
2008?
I don't know. That's where I want to live right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just live there. That's fine. But yeah, I had a good time. I bought like a bunch of shirts and stuff. I got this new Haunted Mansion.
I love that
That is
shirt.
so
Christmas
cool.
shirt. That's kind of fun.
Of all the questionable designs that they've been putting out recently, that's actually good. I like that
It
one.
doesn't have a weird like HM logo on it.
Yeah.
Does it glow?
I think it does. I think all the like the green stuff.
Let's see.
glows.
Shut off your lights. Shut off your lights.
I don't.
I was kidding.
Okay.
I was just kidding.
I'm like, it's not turning off. Probably wouldn't show up on camera anyway. Yeah, so I got to do the Haunted Mansion, which was ridiculous.
With that amazing queue?
The I was telling, I don't remember who I was talking to. I was like, I think it was just when we were talking about it last time. It's just fine. Like, it's a line, and it's there.
And the
like,
bathrooms.
It's, what do you mean no, it's an elevator. But it's there and it's fine. They definitely, I can tell some of the like set decoration was done on a budget.
Oh.
Just with like, not necessarily that it's bad, that it was more like, all right, you're going to go out to all the stores and like find stuff as opposed to like actually making stuff. So everything that's like you see like plastered on the wall and stuff. One of the things that really stood out to me was there's this like rectangular plaque thing on the wall, and it's like got two birds on it and something in the middle. And I noticed something, and I was like, this is kind of weird, and I figured out what it was. And so it had like a border on three edges, but not the top. And that's because it was a half of a square piece. That was two pieces that went together like this. And they just put the bottom half on the wall. Because they either just found the bottom half or who knows what. But so a lot of this stuff, you know, seems off the shelf. There was like, they put these lamp posts in the queue. And they feel like they're from Wayfair or something. They were like very like thin, and somebody had already broken off pieces of them.
What?
Really?
Like they were like I could
people.
I could like tap on them, and it was like very thin and yeah, it seemed like they ordered them online.
Had the queue been open 2 weeks when you went?
I don't think so.
No.
So
Maybe
people had
just
already started
about.
breaking things not even 2 weeks in. Okay, cool.
Right.
Nice.
So I went past the weird little safe thing, and I can confirm that who knows what it is. It looks like a weird little safe thing.
So do you think they just found it in Frontierland and they were like, "This, we don't know where this goes. Let's just."
No,
throw it
I
in the
think it's like
queue"?
an electrical panel that they dressed up.
Yeah, but couldn't they have used like another tombstone or like
They could have.
mausoleum wall or something?
They could have.
instead
It's
of
in a
safe?
brick
Like,
wall.
that's so random.
I agree.
Yeah.
But everything with the queue seems fine. There's like an upper, like where all the tombstones are. That wasn't finished yet. It's still like covered with like green, like barrier stuff because it's not. I think the landscaping's not done. The only detail that I noticed that I did like that I didn't really see in any of the videos is where the lines merge, the lightning lane line and the standby queue line. Sorry. Also, by the way, so everybody knows, I lost my voice a couple of days ago, and I've just recently got it back, so I'm like still right on the cusp of it. So if I sound raspy, then I'm drinking a bunch of water. That's why.
Sultry.
Yes. Hey, children.
You can sound like Robert Goulet.
Yes, Robert. You got a friend in me.
Boom.
But right where those two lines converge, there's like a little like shed-looking thing, and it has it has like a podium inside, and I think it has like the camera or something, whatever, something for the cast members. But then inside there's like a shovel, and there's like a little hat and a scarf and a dog bone with a bowl in it and a lantern. If all this stuff sounds familiar.
Oh, nice.
It's all the groundskeeper and the dog. Like, it's all his stuff in this like little shack outside in the line. Cool. So I thought that was like the nice one thing that was like felt tied to the mansion. Excuse me.
So even as you were going through it, because I know that my speculation was, like, especially with the stained glass piece that was in there, that they were going to try to tell a little bit more of the story and connect it to the sea captain and stuff. You didn't get an inkling of that? Like, you didn't feel like that?
Didn't feel like anything. It literally everything, like, looking at it, walking past it, felt like it came from Home Goods, and they found it at antique stores and bought on Wayfair. Like the dress, like the physical like structures and the brick and everything are all really like well done. It just seems like they were not given the budget or the time or the scope to be able to do this, and they did it the best that they could.
Story of their lives, I guess.
Right. So it's, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's fine, which it can be fine. It's just the queue. Like, it's fine. Most of the time, people hopefully aren't going to be in it that much. Where, like, the Haunted Mansion, one of my things is, like, I opened the Disneyland app when I was there. Rise of the Resistance was, like, 55 minutes. And the Haunted Mansion was 85 minutes.
I remember when you sent us that message.
I don't understand. I think everybody was there to see the queue.
Yep.
And I don't get it.
I mean...
Yep,
it's probably the queue and probably also the fact that it's Mansion Holiday.
Right, but it's Mansion Holiday every day, every year. And it's been Mansion Holiday since August.
Yeah.
But you want to go every year because at least the appeal for me of Mansion Holiday is the gingerbread house.
Right.
Right? Like, everything else is exactly the same. They would occasionally change something in the attic. They would add things. They would append the list or something. Or, like last year, the addition of the Candleman, I think, was like the big thing that changed, obviously. So there's always these little Easter eggs, especially in the attic. But the gingerbread house is like the main event of Mansion Holiday. At least to me it is.
Right.
So if anybody's going, it's really because you want to get that picture for Instagram or something, right?
Right. Well, and I also think that one of my complaint of clocks about Haunted Mansion, is how they are managing the lightning lane. It is so, like, once you get close, you can see it. They literally, they fill up the whole... It felt like 50 groups went ahead, and then they put 2, maybe 3 from the regular standby line.
Oh, that's a bad ratio.
It's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, usually it's like the 80-20 or 30-70, but 80-20 at least. But to hear like 2, like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, hold on. I think I need to take a break for a second.
Yeah.
Yes, take break.
All right, well, after my throat dried up, back from this break, I'll do my really quick complaint o'clock about the mansion, and it was just, I don't know, it felt like bad show. It was like, the ride was going at such a fast speed. I felt like it was done in like a minute and a half. I know it wasn't that quick, but it was going so fast. I don't understand how it was going so fast. They were just churning people through that. And I don't know what was going on that day. If it was like having lots of breakdowns or something, and so they're like, let's crank it up to 11. But they did. And so that's all I have to say about that. My throat's all messed up.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up with this. I know you were just at the park, but I know Mel and I haven't been to the park in quite some time. Disney released a calendar of events as far as some of the things that are coming to the park next year. It's just a reminder. A lot of the stuff we already knew, but I'm going to share their Instagram post here, or images from their Instagram post. That way we could just quickly go through them together. But we had... This was their 2025 event calendar. The first thing that they have listed is Lunar New Year is coming to California Adventure January 17th through February 16th. This is usually in conjunction with the whole food festival and stuff that they do for Lunar New Year. So that's usually there's a few tasty items available for stuff like that. They're doing Celebrate Gospel from February 8th through February 15th. This looks like it's going to be it says the Disneyland Resort, but I feel like this is going to be either a Downtown Disney or a California Adventure. Let's see. The Food and Wine Festival is returning February 28th through April 21st. That happens over at California Adventure. Season of the Force is coming back March 28th through May 11th. Did they do Ghost Galaxy again? Or I'm sorry, Hyperspace Mountain for Season of the Force this year or this last time again?
I believe so.
I want to see Ghost Galaxy. I haven't seen that in so long. That was my favorite version of Space Mountain. Of course, we're going to be celebrating Disneyland's 70th anniversary starting May 16th through the summer of 2026. So we got a whole year of celebration for the 70th anniversary. This is some of the concept art with some of the new drapery and decorations that they're going to be having for the 70th. I like it. I think
it's pink.
It's nice. I like it. It looks good. Halloween time, August 22nd through October 31st. And Plaza de la Familia, the celebration of Coco, is going to be coming August 22nd through November 2nd. The holidays begin here. When did they start using the holidays begin here? Do you remember? It feels like it's been around for a long time.
I don't know. I think lately they've been doing a lot of slogans and stuff, so maybe they snuck it in. I don't remember.
This feels like it's been going on for like 10 years. The holidays begin here. I'm like kind of indifferent about it, but I was trying to remember when they started using this as the catchphrase for the holidays. But November 14th through January 7th, 2026 is when that kicks off. And then they release some of the dates for some of the After Dark events that are going to be happening. There's Sweethearts Night in January, February, Star Wars Night, April, and May, and then Pride Night is happening 2 nights in June. And Oogie Boogie Bash going on starting August 17th all the way through October 31st. Looks like they're cramming in more dates at the end of summer.
August.
Yeah. 2027, it's going to be starting in June. Just to make sure that you really get your tickets for Oogie Boogie
just make
Bash.
that third park. Disney, come on.
We're already getting a Villains Park at Walt Disney World. Why not here?
Yep.
Just a land.
Just something.
Listen,
just
close enough,
throw us
right?
a bone.
The holidays begin here. I found looks like it started in 2017.
2017.
Oh.
It feels so much longer than that. What are you looking forward to the most next year?
The 70th.
Did I gloss over it, or did they not have a slide for Paint the Night coming back?
I'm assuming that's going to be for the 70th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is
'Cause
when
I know
I'm
that was a
probably going to
big
be
thing.
back.
Yeah, I know that was a big announcement for the return. I know we're getting. I'm sure we're gonna get a new World of Color. Or
that was
you know,
announced, yeah.
yeah, we're getting the new World of Color. Paint the Night is coming back. Anything in particular that you're looking forward to the most over the next year?
Just Paint the Night. just
Andrew?
to hear it, yeah.
I think just the 70th in general. We will be. It's not been announced, so nothing's probably going to happen because it's the 70th, and I think this is it gets kind of screwed over every time because the 5-year coincides with all the 5 years. Be Indy's 30th.
Yeah.
Next year, the Temple of Forbidden Eye.
It's your merch year.
So something's got to happen, right? They got to get
Finally,
something.
that merch is coming.
They didn't do anything for 25, so how about 30?
But we
Right.
got
Let's
a
celebrate
game.
happy, Disney. Make us happy.
You know what we should do? We should stream the Indiana Jones game.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's
That would be
Great
fun.
Circle.
Yeah.
But yeah, if not, I mean, I'm just excited for the 70th stuff. I think it'll be good. Hopefully, well, I hope it'll be good, you know, but they're just redoing a bunch of stuff. World of Color, or not, I mean, Wondrous Journeys is coming back, which has nothing to do with the Disneyland whatsoever. Also, yeah, I don't know, Walt Animatronic.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the thing I'm
that's
looking
right.
forward to the most, the Walt animatronic. I haven't been to the park in so long that I figured that when hopefully next year I'll get a chance to go. And I think May 16th is when it's debuting, which I think is the kickoff for the celebration. Yes. If ever there was a day that is going to flood Main Street USA, and you're not going to be able to move at all, it's going to be that day. And not because it's the anniversary, but because of the lines in the Opera House to see the Walt animatronic for the first time.
The line's going to go down that corridor, that backstage corridor that goes all the way to Tomorrowland and then come all the way back.
In the history,
I could see that.
Yeah, in the history of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, never will it have had a 16-hour line until that day.
Yep.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
queue.
hours, yeah.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. But don't worry, there's gonna be a lot of people vlogging it. So
Right.
Am I gonna get
we'll be able to watch it that morning. It's
can I
all
have a
good.
Walt Disney animatronic specific like merchandise?
Can we get a tiny animatronic of Walt?
I love it. I want one.
I just
That'd
want to
be
put it
fun.
like, up here.
You can like move around like that Buzz Lightyear, but it's Walt Disney. But he still says like to infinity and beyond.
You know, I want.
I can see that.
Who's the comedian that has all of the puppets?
Jeff Dunham?
Jeff Dunham.
Yes.
So you know how he's got the old guy puppet?
Walt.
Like that
Yeah.
grumpy Walter?
Yes.
I want a Walt puppet.
Okay.
Like that way we could just get him to like McGruff, but just have Walt appear in puppet form on the
Have you
podcast.
seen, this reminds me, have you seen the Creative Capers Walt Disney stop motion videos?
Yes.
Okay, that reminded me of that. They were at the Walt Disney Family Museum recently, so
Oh, were they?
Mhm.
That's cool.
they did a presentation on their videos. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Mhm.
Did they post the presentation online at all? Do you know?
No idea. I didn't look for it.
Oh, I'm gonna look for it now.
Okay.
That I did not know they did that. I like their stuff. Cool. If they do, we'll talk about it on an upcoming episode. I thought.
All right.
That's pretty cool. All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up. We got to give Andrew some time to continue coughing.
It's been like 4 days since my voice went out, so I'm surprised I made it this long. So I don't sound like Roz right now. So.
I wanted to keep it fairly short so that you could rest, and here we are, an hour and a half in.
What can you do?
Yeah. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this week. Again, join us over on Discord or leave a comment over on YouTube, Instagram, Threads. Blue Sky, we just started our account there. If you want to connect with us over on Blue Sky, that would be awesome as well. And we got a Disneyland coming up soon. No pressure, Andrew. I know you.
It's supposed to come out this week.
Don't worry about it.
It'll come out.
Eventually.
I'm writing it as soon as I can record it. It'll come out.
Yeah, feel better and then record
Yes.
it. Don't you worry.
I'll just be like, welcome to Disneyland, everybody.
Welcome to Disneyland, darling. That's it. It's going to wrap it up. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.